On the wake-up call, as Brian said, my name is Diane Hochman. I'm out here in cloudy Wolcott, Connecticut. It's been like raining for days. We had like that Memorial Day weekend with torrential rain. I'm ready for some sunshine. I'm ready to get on a plane. I'm ready to come out and see everybody and get some hugs and give some hugs. And today's going to be a pretty big day. We're going to do the call now, and then this afternoon we have the big social media training. So I want to kick off with something that I have taught for years. And I was polite because every time we do a wake up call, we send over our topic and they make a graphic so we can post it around, because we do social here, right? So we can post it around social media, and it's awesome. And I sent the topic in. It was over, under, around, and through. Okay, over, under, around, and through. But the reality is the real topic is something that I've taught for years, and I like to call it cockroach marketing. Okay, if you think about it, the creature that has lived and survived for millions and millions and millions of years, for eons, I don't know how long, I don't know how it works, and that will go on after we are all gone from this earth, after everything is in ruins. The creature that will continue to exist is the cockroach. Now, I don't know where you live. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. We just call them roaches. You might want to call them some kind of fancy bug if you live in Florida, this and that. But they are nasty, ugly, gross-looking bugs. And for all you bug lovers, I'm sorry. I apologize, but they are. They're just yucky. But here's something that's interesting about bugs, that type of bug in particular, when you look at it. They are looking for their food to stay alive, okay? And isn't that what we're all doing? We're looking for our food or income to stay alive. And many people come into this industry because even though they're being fed with a salary, right? Even though they're being fed with a weekly paycheck, they're dying inside and they're looking for something more. They're looking for more freedom. They're looking for more self-expression. They're looking for more opportunity. Okay, so the food that you have, and I don't mean food, guys, I'm not talking about flapjacks. Okay, I'm talking about the soul food, the money that we have coming in. Even if you're making a good living, and over the years I've dealt with many attorneys, physicians, people, corporate executives making multi-six figures, miserable. So they weren't getting the food they needed. But here's what was interesting. So then they come over into this space. Maybe you're new here. Maybe you came last night because we had that round table last night. I didn't get a chance to catch it, but I heard it was spectacular. You heard some ideas and you said, you know what, I'm going to check this out. I'm going to give this a whirl, right? And I don't know what background you come from. For me, I was in education. The last job I had was in 1995, believe it or not. I was in education. I worked at a college, and then I was like a stay-at-home mom. My youngest is turning 25 tomorrow. I cannot believe it. My baby is 25. I am not old enough to have a 25-year-old. That's what I keep saying. But my background was education. Okay, I had my degree is in Spanish, of all things. Hola a todos mis amigos que hablan español. I don't use it very much anymore, but feel free to talk to me in Spanish anytime. And then I went and I worked in a college in a kind of an administrative capacity. So when I got into sales and marketing, and network marketing in particular, because that's where I started, I didn't know anything, okay? I didn't know anything. I didn't understand people. I didn't understand what made them tick. I didn't understand there were no websites and stuff back then. But I didn't understand anything about technology. I didn't understand about running meetings. I didn't understand about how to put together a presentation. All the things that I know now after 21 years, I didn't know anything about any of those things, okay? What I did was I would approach each task, and then what would happen is some of the tasks were easy, some of them were easy. Like if you log into our back office and you go through start here, you click on start here, it walks you through. Pretty much everything there is pretty easy. But sooner or later, one way or another, maybe you're coming to the level 1 workshop this weekend, you're going to learn some new things. And sooner or later, one way or another, there's going to be a task that feels like it's a brick wall in front of you. It is a brick wall. And you say to yourself, I don't have anywhere to go. It's a brick wall. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. I'm stuck. I can't do this. This is too hard. This sucks. This is impossible. I'm never going to get it done. And I felt like that time and time and time again. I was people don't believe me always, but I'm an introvert. I'm really pretty quiet person. I'm home a lot. I think when I get on a plane, I turn into a different person or get on a Zoom. But, normally I'm home pretty quiet, kind of doing my thing at home. So I'm an introvert. So the idea of approaching people, back when I had to literally approach people live and in person at the supermarket or the mall was so hard to me. It was like a brick wall. I would hyperventilate in the bathroom in the mall while I was trying to do it. I would freak out while I was trying to do it. The idea of calling leads, because that's what we did back then. We called leads on the phone. Just used to give me huge amounts of anxiety. These were all walls, right? The idea of standing in front of a crowd and doing a meeting, doing an opportunity meeting, which again was part of what we were taught to do at that time, gave me a huge amount of anxiety. What if I screwed up? What if I said the wrong thing? What if I started sweating? What if I had a stain on my shirt? All of these things would run through my mind like a big brick wall. But if you think like a cockroach, and I know that sounds so gross, but if you think, and I usually like to put a picture of it, just a really yucky looking one, right? Like to put up that picture of that really nasty looking bug. If you think like a cockroach doesn't stand at the wall when the food's on the other side, the thing they want is on the other side, and go, well, guess I'll just die because I'm not getting to the food. There's a wall here. I guess that's it. The day's over. No, the cockroach looks around and he goes, okay, how do I go over, under, around, or literally for a cockroach, they literally can go through. Okay, these dudes can just shrink themselves down and get so flat that they can go through like a little crack or something. They find that way through. So it's over, under, around, or through. So if you think about it, every task you're going to face in your home business, your choice is to either learn that task as taught, as is, and or look at the task and go, I need to figure out another way because this is a brick wall for me. And by the way, if you guys are learning social media, and I know you guys all are, I've been doing social media since before social media was called social media. I'm going to tell you one thing that is always true. It's always changing. It's always, in fact, what was I on yesterday? I logged on my phone and the whole interface was different. Oh, well, first of all, my autoresponder, the whole interface changed yesterday, and that's just a tool to send out a lot of emails to people. The whole interface changed, it flipped. All of a sudden I was like, whoa, I was on a webinar teaching and it was all different. And there was something else I logged into that looked completely different. It was like all of a sudden it was just completely different. Okay. I also ran an ad the other day, and I haven't I don't run a lot of ads, guys. I don't really need to, but sometimes you got to run an ad. I went to run a Facebook ad and a lot had changed. Now, luckily we have an expert here, Antonio, that teaches us about that, but everything had changed. So the one thing I can promise you, I can make you a promise. I'll make you a commitment. Social media is continually going to change. Whether it's the way it's looked, the way it's set up, what the platforms are favoring. One day they're favoring images, another day they're favoring things with audio, another day they're favoring long form video, live video, short video. Another day they're favoring groups and posts in groups. And I'm just talking about Facebook, let alone all the other platforms. So there's always going to be a wall. And sometimes you get some success. I watch this a lot, and I've had this. You get some success with doing something that works really well, and then all of a sudden it stops working. There's a lot of things that I taught a couple years ago that I don't do anymore. There's a lot of things that I taught a lot of people that I did then that I don't do anymore because a wall appeared. Okay, the wall appeared. And the thing that I was doing no longer worked, and I had a choice. I could sit down and I can suck my thumb, right? And go, oh, it doesn't work anymore. I spent so much time learning it. All that stuff, that stinking thinking. Or I can look at the wall and go, all right, well, I got to go over it. I got to go under it. I got to go around it, or I got to go through it. What's the best path? Maybe talk to a couple colleagues, see what everybody else is saying. Maybe use that crazy thing on the internet called Google. You can search some information. There's a lot of experts out there. They post things on their blog and stuff. You do a search. You find out what is working, what is trending, what is happening now. And then you go over, under, around, or through, and boom, you're on the other side. And guys, that is the key to longevity in this game. A lot of people come. A lot of people make a splash. A lot of people do cool stuff. But longevity, and that's who I hang out with. I hang out with the people with the longevity. The longevity comes from those that can look at a situation like a cockroach and figure out what the best path is for their next step, as opposed to getting stuck or paralyzed. The difference between working in your job, which I had a job and I'm very thankful for that job, and my ex had a job that helped our family, took care of our family for years. I'm thankful that he had that job. And so many people I know have jobs, and it's a blessing. If you're in one and you're working it and it's paying you every week so that you can pursue your dreams and do the things you want to do and go the places you want to go, be thankful for that job. But the big difference is when there's a wall in your job, when something changes in the marketplace in your job, somebody teaches you what to do next, or more often tells you what to do next. They tell you, like when COVID hit, if you worked in a restaurant, they told you how everything had to be cleaned properly. They told you how there had to be plastic in between everything. They told you that you had to wear gloves and a mask. They told you. They didn't leave it up to you. They told you. When you have your own business, there's nobody to tell you. That's why we have such an incredible community here, because we bounce off of each other and ask each other questions and share secrets with one another. Last night, people shared secrets with you. Today, I'm going to share some of my best moves with you that have kept me here for almost 10 years. There's a reason why I'm here that long, gang. There's a reason. It's because there's things here and people here and community here that makes it the best place out there. So I don't know about you, but I used to keep a little picture of a cockroach on my computer. I don't have it anymore. I moved. But we may want to, go ahead and print out a picture of a cockroach, cut it out, and stick it up at the top of your computer, or stick it somewhere on your bulletin board to remind you, if your food is on the other side of the wall, and I say food in quotes, what you want, what you need is on the other side of the wall. Start to think creatively and figure out, how am I going to go over, under, around, or through that wall to get to my destiny. Guys, this is Diane Hochman. I will meet you over at MLSP fan page, and we'll do a little community chatting, talking about this idea, this concept. And if you have any good cockroach stories, you can tell me stories about the bugs in your life, and or the hurdles and the walls that you've gotten through in your business, and or perhaps you have a question about one you're facing right now. I'd love to help you. So I'll see you over at MLSP fan page. Everybody, take care. Hey, y'all, that was the wake-up call. Now I'm going to go over to the fan page, but in the description here, you can see If anybody is not a member and would like to check it out, it's $1. It's at dianehochman.com, $1. I'll show you our home marketing system. This at 11 a.m. Eastern, we do just an inspirational wake-up call every day, Monday through Friday. And then, of course, in the evenings, we have training like the one I'll be doing this afternoon. I'll see you guys later. Take care.